All right, good morning, everybody. It's Friday. All right, let's start off here. We are in UNCY. I bought in here UNCY. I do have a additional add-on here on UNCY. Let's look at this real quick here. Okay, so on UNCY, if we can get UNCY up to around 255, I want to go ahead and I want to add to my long. If we come down to 209, I want to go ahead and get out. We're at 230. So add a 255. I'm going to get out of 209 if it keeps coming down to 209. All right. Okay, I'm in at 230. I'll get out at 209. Want to add a 255 long UNCY. I'm watching OCEA. Don't have anything on OCEA. AZUL. Had some buys earlier on AZUL. But I did not get into that. JDST, want to continue to keep an eye on JDST. If I can come up to 928, I want to go ahead and buy. I'll go ahead and establish a new position at 928. Watching ENVX, nothing there. HIBS has been on the radar. Pretty spotty on there. Look at the price spot. Yeah, I don't like that. KBAL was another one we were kind of watching. Okay, these two can heat up. So I'm going to keep that on the radar. KBAL, HIBS, I'm going to keep that on the radar. Glenn, how you doing this morning? What's your weather like up there? All right, so let's take a look at some other things here. Looking at natural gas. Not seeing anything yet on natural gas. Possible buy coming up on natural gas. Gold. Gold's already been on the move, so I don't have anything on gold. Gold's at a buy, so I don't have anything on gold. Let's look at the E-mini S&P. E-mini S&P. It's going higher. don't have anything on the E-mini S&P. Let's see here. Mini NASDAQ. Let's look at the mini NASDAQ. Nothing yet on mini NASDAQ. Also going higher. And finally, let's take a look at our mini Russell. And I don't see anything there. Okay, so we are now starting to get triggered on a natural gas. Okay, so let's go back and let's look at natural gas.
BYTSW, BYTSU, BYTS.
All right, so we're getting a buy in natural gas. Buy some gas here. Natural gas. Okay, so long natural gas target's going to be up here at 25.85. That is going to be my first target. I'll get out at 25.85 on natural gas. That is going to be my profit target. And if I need to get out and also reverse, it's going to be 24.65. 24.65. That would be a stop and reverse. So I will go ahead and take a short. This is an HF3 buy that we're in. We just triggered, and a reversal or a short would be an HF1 short. HF1, HF2, HF3 are all patterns that I'm looking at. So we're in an HF3 buy. Reversal would be an HF1 short. Target 25.85. Now, if I can come down to around 25 even, 25.05, anywhere in this area, I'm going to draw a little yellow line there. Go ahead and I'll add to my long. So that'd be another area I'd want to go ahead and add to my long position. All right, so nothing there. Possible short coming up on crude. Have to keep an eye on crude. Crude, I would be watching down here around the 75.45 area. Oops, 75.45. See if I can get an alert in there. 75.45. All right. So we're going to kind of keep an eye on that. All right. All right, so we're in UNCY. So I do have some upper targets up here on UNCY. So I want to add a 255. I do have a target at 260, 261. $265, so I have several targets up here. So this may, let's see, we have about another 19 minutes to go before the opening bell. We may not have a whole lot of movement here until the opening bell, but we'll see. We could. So we'll just hold on to UNCY. Nothing else popping up on the radar. More snow this week. How much more snow are they expecting? I did hear something about you were going to get a big storm through there or something. Like another big wave. How much snow are they expecting up there? You're in the Dakotas.
SG.
All right, so what I'm doing now is I'm just kind of going through my my watch list here and seeing if I see anything that I really like. Also, scanners are popping up, some additional stocks to take a look at that are starting to make some new highs. SI, don't really like SI. I don't see anything that that makes me want to get an SI, so I'm just going to leave SI alone. But I will keep it on my watch list. GFI. GFI has some potential, but overall, I think this may just be a pullback. I'm not so sure it's really going to take off and go higher, so I do have some targets on GFI. Could target up the GFI up to 964 or 51 right now. I could see it coming up to 64. Okay, I got another pattern here. It's going to show it up to 62, so we're getting some clusters up there. So basically, what I'm looking at here is these green lines. This is what we call the Einstein formula. It provides us with levels based on the pattern of how far we expect prices to go. The probabilities on these levels are over 70% that we're going to hit these levels. So it's a real strong formula. It's not, if you heard me mention before, it has nothing to do with GAN, has nothing to do with support and resistance. It's a formula that was designed way back in the late 80s. And it's continued to perform all these years. So it's a really, really good little, I call it a tool. It's a good tool. As my patterns are good tools, each one of these patterns also have over 70% probabilities of being profitable. So a combination of both of them make them very strong. And also, you don't see, that's the thing about trading. You don't have to put a bunch of stuff in your charts. You don't need a bunch of indicators. You have a couple good tools, and you just use those tools that are reliable. The other thing is, if you're going to use a tool, whatever it is, I always like to make sure it's universal, meaning it works in everything. So the same tools that I use trading stocks is same tools I can use if I want to trade the ES, or if I want to trade the mini Russell. All the same tools. All right, so UNCY slowly starting to move up now. Once again, I do have some targets up here on UNCY. So if you have any questions along the way, or if there's something you want me to take a look at, if I'm not wrapped up in a trade, I'll be glad to look at it for you. It could be anything. It could be a stock. If you're a Forex trader, we can look at some currency pairs. I don't see anything on the currency pairs right now, so nothing that gets me excited there. It could be a commodity. It really doesn't matter. Or a particular stock. I'd be glad to look at it and see what I'm showing on my patterns, and if I have a pattern setting up for your stock. All right, nothing. Still pretty quiet here. Got another 13 minutes to go here before the opening bell. It's going to be a mixed opening. I've got, let's see, we have some of our, the ES is down a little bit, mini Russell down a little bit, the mini Nasdaq's actually up, and then the small Dow is down 67. So based on the small Dow, yeah, probably get a quiet opening, but running our stock scan last night, we had a lot of buy on a lot of these stocks are setting up buys for today. So we're getting a lot of buy patterns coming in on some stocks. That usually indicates overall market's going to be up. So we'll see if that happens. So I'm thinking it can possibly go higher or end up higher for the day on the Dow. Take a look at my JDST. Once again, I want to get up to 28 before even thinking about getting to the JDST. Real thin though. I mean, volume is pretty thin out there. 209,000. Let's see what else we see. You're 8 inches of snow. Some are expecting over a foot. Oh my God, that's in the North Dakotas. Yeah. Oh, you're on the eastern side? Oof. Man, that's just like crazy amounts of snow. Man, there's just, once again, it's real quiet right before the opening. All right, so since it's quiet, let me talk a little bit about my approach. So basically, I have probably a handful of patterns that I look at. And if you want to know more about my approach, I go more into it. There's a link to a video below all these live morning shows that you can watch. Talks more about my patterns. I call them behavioral patterns. So I have a handful of behavioral patterns that I watch for setups, and then I use something called the Einstein formula. It's something that was designed way back in the 80s by a very successful day trader, and he shared it with me. And basically what it does is it provides us with price targets, different levels, and it's highly accurate. The accuracy of it is over 70%. So the combination of the patterns and Einstein, those are two really strong tools. So keep in mind that you can have very good tools, but it still doesn't mean that you can just blindly follow tools. I mean, you have to work with, like any other career. If you want to make a career out of trading, you have to put the time and effort into it. You got to work with it. So once again, I highly suggest that if you are a new trader, or if you're new to trading a particular approach, always start with a demo account or a simulator. And you have to be, if you can't be profitable in a simulator or a demo account, you're not going to be profitable in a real account. So keep in mind that trading takes effort and time. You're not going to be making $1 million overnight. And so just put the time and effort into it. I compare it to a carpenter. I can give a carpenter the best tools, but if he's a new carpenter, he's probably not going to be very efficient with those tools. But you put in the hands of an expert that's been building homes for years and years, right? He's going to do a good job. So it's the same thing. I can give you the best tools, which I feel are the best tools because I call them universal tools, but at the same time, you still have to work with it. So my results aren't typical. Keep in mind that I am not a trading advisor. I do not trade people's money. I do not give trading advice. All I'm doing is demonstrating how I trade. Never ever trade with money you can't afford to lose, and also never blindly follow me or anybody else when you're trading. That is a losing proposition. Also keep in mind when you're watching people on YouTube, there is a broadcast delay. So it's about, I think, 5 to 10 seconds delay. It's something that's just built in. Now, if you're in our live room, the live room is live because we do broadcast through Zoom. All right, what is this? IBIO. I want to take a look at IBIO. It's been on the radar before. So when I see the same stocks popping up over and over again, I do like to take a look at them. Yeah, I don't see anything there. Real thin. This gray area is, so over that was all pre-market. Very, very, very thin. So I don't want to touch IBIO. And you only have 15,000 shares, so it's pretty quiet. I'll only keep it on my radar to see if things heat up after the opening. I'll keep it on there. IBIO may have some potential a little bit later. All right. UNCY. Still in UNCY. I'm going to get out of 209. If we come down to 209, I want to get out of that. So UNCY is going against me right now, so we're just going to continue to hold. Come down to 209, I'm going to go ahead and get out of UNCY. Otherwise, if we can come up to around 255, I want to go ahead. I'm going to add to my position. Let's see what else we have on the radar. SI has good volume. I just don't have an opportunity there in SI. Nope, nope, nope. OCEA, definitely not. Going down on OCEA. I'll take that off my radar completely. Don't like OCEA. ADMA is starting to pop up. Ugh, no volume. No volume. KBAL was one I've been watching. I like KBAL, but there's no volume out there. So we'll see if that heats up a little bit later. And we'll do a little bit of KBAL.
HIBS.
HIBS. It's been active this morning. I don't have anything on HBIS yet. Just moving higher. AZUL was a really good mover this morning. Tell you what, I'm gonna make a note here on AZUL.
IBIO.
842. Want to watch 842. Possible entry on AZUL at 842. I'm going to put an alert up there. For some reason, these alerts on Thinkorswim have been kind of hit and miss. I don't know why some go off and some don't. Probably have too many of them out there, I guess. Alright, so I'm going to watch that at 842. See if I have anything else. JDST, no go. All right, we're still on natural gas. Still on natural gas.
IBIO.
Nothing. Natural gas isn't moving. I don't get too busy. I want to add on my natural gas long. So 24.65 reversal, 25.85 is my target.
CFRX.
Dow's down 50. UNCY is now finally starting to move again. Yeah, I know. Once again, yeah, as a reminder to everybody, we push the clocks up forward. So we're going to lose an hour this weekend, so do keep that in mind. So don't forget to set your clocks 1 hour later. Look at UNCY taking off. I was figuring this was gonna happen right after the opening. And look at JDS, JDST. No, I do want to buy up there. No go there. AZUL.
HIBS.
Look at HIBS still moving. HIBS been on the radar for several days, so
PACW.
not surprising it's not moving. Okay, so we're going green here on UNCY. We'll go ahead and see if we can manage UNCY here. Like those volume spikes on UNCY. Okay, we're getting a short on the mini NASDAQ. Getting a short on the mini NASDAQ. All right, target on mini NASDAQ. It's going to bring us down to 119.70, 119.70.
KELYB. DHHC.
HIBS.
119.70 is my profit target. Reversal 120, 82 and a half.
HIBS.
That'd be a reverse buy if we don't get hit our target first. NQ real close to hitting target.
Profit target hit.
Okay, so he hit target on US Tech, which is also the mini NASDAQ. Gonna get out of that. That was really fast.
WAL.
All right, what is my natural gas doing?
HIBS.
Look at silver. I don't see anything on silver. I don't see anything on gold. Oops.
HIBS.
There's Zoom. All right.
HIBS.
PACW. SBNY. FRC. VRAG.
Dow's down 78.
HIBS.
Wow, HIBS taken off. I just didn't have any setups on it. Came too early in the morning. I could not get in on it.
HIBS.
DHHC. FRC.
HIBS. HIBS.
WAL. HVT. A.
HIBS.
Well, HIBS blowing and a going. What a move, huh? Look at that HIBS. Wish I had a piece of that, but I don't.
HIBS.
CING. Starting to pop up on my radar. I don't see anything on CING.
WAL. MHUA.
HIBS. HIBS. HIBS.
SBNY. PACW.
Still UNCY.
KELYB.
Still looking for my targets.
SBNY.
Let's look at JDST. JDST, nothing there. I do want to add, but we got to come all the way up to 928. I want to put a new trade on 928, nothing there. ENVX was another one on my radar. I am not.
HIBS.
That may be a player later on, so we're going to keep an eye on ENVX. IBIO.
HIBS.
FRC.
HIBS.
HIBS is still making new highs. Look at that. SG, once again, SG.
HIBS.
I'll take SG off my radar. I'm not liking it. KBAL. Had some opportunities early pre-market, but it's too late now on KBAL. Plus volume is really thin, so not too excited about that one. But we're going to keep it on. We're going to watch it. GFI, we had some targets on GFI. It's already hit one target. It's probably on its way up. Second target. Didn't get in the GFI. Overall, I think it may just be a pullback and then start to work lower, so I'm staying out of GFI. Once again, AZUL needed to come up to 842.
HVT. A. FRC. PACW.
HIBS.
Not seeing any more on AZUL. Pattern just dissolved, so I'm going to take that off the radar. All right, nope.
HIBS.
No patterns there, so no go there. JDST. Still looking okay there. Once again, 928 on JDST. Yeah, CING, not too excited there. I'm going to take that off the radar. All right, so once again, I really like to stick to these stocks between, under 80, between $1 and $20. So more than $1, less than 20.
HIBS.
It's just kind of my preference. I like to be able to do a little bit of size, so trying to trade these little bit lower stocks allows us to do a little bit more size, get a little bit more gain out of our trades.
HIBS.
UNCY, still in UNCY, still pretty quiet.
MHUA.
We're still in natural gas. Let's look at our natural gas.
HIBS.
WAL. SBNY.
Charlie getting close to our reversal stop, 2465. Not liking this natural gas at all. Let's see what crude oil is doing. Looks like crude oil wants to come down as well.
WAL.
RTY, not seeing anything on the mini Russell. Let's look at the E-mini. ES. E-mini. Nothing on the E-mini. Still coming down.
PACW.
NASDAQ. Mini NASDAQ. Still coming down. Gold is strong. Gold's moving higher. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't get a nice little reversal on some of these indices. With the gold up like that, I'd like to see a buy coming in here. So we're going to watch that. I need to focus on this UNCY because we're starting to go green again. So let me look at UNCY. Okay, just got another target on UNCY at 250. Pattern just set up, 250. So I'm going to keep an eye on this UNCY. I want to really manage this and get out of it. It's not moving. It's not as strong as I'd like to see it. But we do have a bunch of targets up there. So that's a new pattern, new target 250.
SBNY. WAL.
BNED. Yeah, I don't want to touch BNED.
SBNY.
IBIO. Not seeing anything on IBIO. I'm just going to take that off my radar. IBIO. ENVX was another one I was watching. Not like an ENVX. Take that off my radar. GFI. GFI has some targets still to be hit. What's HIBS? HIBS? HIBS just holding its gains. We'll see if we get some pattern set up here. I may jump into HIBS. AZUL. Keep an eye on AZUL. JDST. My JDST is still not doing anything yet. And SI. SI's moving. I'm gonna buy a little bit of SI. Okay, let's get some targets on SI.
The YTSU.
326. $332. $340. Okay, I'm going to wait and see if we can hit that 50. If not, I'll take my profit on UNCY. $17 million shares. Got a lot of shares out there, UNCY. A lot of volume, I mean. A lot of volume. I've got a nice profit. I'm going to go ahead and get out of it. Man, it's just struggling. I'm going to take my profit on UNCY. Manage SI.
FRC.
So that's my first completed trade on the stocks.
SBNY. PACW.
Alright, so that is where I am at right now, out of UNCY, and we're still on SI. And we are at the top of the hour, folks, so I'm going to go ahead and we'll shut it down. We're going to continue on in our live trading room with our subscribers. Everybody have a great weekend. If you have any questions, please check out my videos. There's a lot of good information on YouTube, Innovative Trading Strategies, or visit my website, innovativetradingstrategies.com. I do teach these two these two tools that I use. I teach the behavioral patterns. I do teach Einstein. Einstein, by the way, will be taken off of the market here within a few months. So if you're interested in Einstein, grab it now before it goes off the market. It's not going to be available forever. It's my way of keeping it under wraps. I don't want it to get too available. And everybody's using it. So anyway, but it's still available for a few more months. And that's it. Everybody have a great weekend. And for my subscribers, we'll be back Sunday night. Everybody else will be back once again Monday through Friday. First thing in the morning, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Have a good weekend. See you then.